Hello, everyone. So I have, is it on? Okay. I shredded up the coconut and I looked up all these recipes. So I'm just going to it's basically egg whites, sugar, a little vanilla, and coconut. A little salt, maybe. Got this sugar. A little of this. I'll put this sugar. Okay, look, I got some corn syrup here and brown sugar. They use regular sugar, and egg whites. So I guess I should, how much is that? Like 3 cups? I guess I should measure this. Okay, I'm going to set this to 350 degrees. Get this stuff out. Now, of course, my father went out for a walk. He's going to walk in and he's going to see something goofy. I don't even, oh, here we have like a sheet here. Oh, here we have some cookie sheets. I haven't baked in forever. So. All right. There, is that on? Preheat. All right, I guess it's on. Ow, ow, yes it is. Ow, shoot. I touched the thing. Ow. I'm okay. Yeah, I haven't cooked in a while. All right. So hi, one viewer. So I'm going to try to make these macaroons. I'm just going to wing it. I kind of have an idea. Do you have eggs? Yeah. I'm not sure about the measurements. I think I'll measure of course, you can't have too much coconut in macaroons, can you? Can you guys see what I'm doing? So, let's see. I'm going to use corn syrup. I'm going to use sugar. I'm going to use a little vanilla. Do we have some? Yeah, we got some vanilla. What's this stuff? Oh, whiskey. Look at that. This is for cooking whiskey. Isn't that cute? I could drink that whole thing if I get really depressed. No, just kidding. I'll just leave that. So here's vanilla. I guess I should kind of get a rough idea of the. See, I thought it would be Italian meringue and then put that's what I thought, but apparently it's not. I think I'm going to whip the egg whites nice and poofy. Need another bowl. And here comes my mother. Yo, I'm cooking macaroons. That's why I closed the door. But hang on, let me mute this. He went for a walk. But, Mommy, didn't you just go for a walk with him? You just came back with him and you were tired. He's got to take the phone with him. You know why? Because then you can track him and see where he is. Make him take the phone next time. He is not. All right. Are you there? Hello. Sorry, guys. My mother came in and I didn't want her to say anything. I hope you didn't hear too much. It's hard. I'm not the greatest these days. I'm gonna put the egg white here. I think I'll do. I'll do. I don't know how many. 4. Okay, you separate the egg whites. Show you. Oops, I didn't quite really do it right. This is how you separate egg whites. You let it. That's how you don't separate egg whites. I think I can. Well, and it all busted up. I gotta calm down. All right. I'm just trying to keep myself occupied. I'm a mess. I'm miserable. All right. Let me try this again. All right, so maybe I could still get that yellow out somehow. I used to be able to separate egg whites. Unfortunately, because the yolk is broken. All right, we got the. All right, there's a little yellow in there. All right, we'll save that for something. Okay, I don't like to waste food. So. Okay, this is the raw footage, and then I'll edit it. So of course the footage, the final the final tutorial is going to come out all good. But you know, if you guys want to chat, go ahead. This is like a just cook with me to keep me busy. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be so negative. I should be happy. Is everything okay, Mommy?
No, conmigo no, porque el papá...
Daddy is not cheating on you, Mommy. No, you know why? That's another reason to have the cell phone. So you make him take the cell phone, and I can track where he is. Make him take the cell phone next time. All right, I'll go look for it. I'm gonna. Bueno, porque él quiere caminar. Es bueno para la salud. Él camina mucho. Mañana cuando él sale solo va a llevar el celular con él. Y yo te muestro cómo track. O si no quieres, yo lo digo. Yeah, I'm sorry. My mommy is old, you know. What can you do? All right, that is running. All right, let's try to do these egg whites. So there's one egg white with a little bit of yellow. No chatting that. Oh, hello there, Josh. Hi there. I think what I'll do is break the egg whites in here, so if I mess up, I won't get it mixed up in there. So this is how you should do it. Okay, you crack the egg, try to get it exactly the same size on both sides, like I didn't do again, but then you keep the yolk here, see, and that's one way. Of course, you can get an egg separator, and that's basically it, and keep the yolk, you know, that's all. I'm not going to, there's a little more white there, but I'm not going to risk it. Okay, and I'm putting the egg yolks elsewhere, which I'm going to cook. I'm not going to waste them. So that's 2 egg whites. I'm going to do 4 egg whites. You see, there's a little yellow there, but a little yellow isn't going to hurt. Now, this is going to be egg white number 3. Try to keep the eggshells out. There's that. There. Oh, man. Okay. Hush. I know. Guys, I used to be able to do all this stuff. I think I'm just a little too tense today. How about if I... Okay, the oven is preheated, but I'm not ready. Oh, man. Hang on. My hands are clean, and I'll wash them again. Kind of hold the yolk while I get the white out. All right. All right, one more. I'll do one of them right. Hang on. It's got a little yolk. I'm gonna try to scoop the yolk out. Hang on. Here's with an eggshell. I'm gonna try to scoop out that little bit of egg yolk. All right, the eggshell works. You can't really do it with a spoon. You use the eggshell because it's very thin. The spoon is usually too fat. So that's how you get a piece of eggshell out of your scrambled eggs. Use another eggshell to scoop it out. For some reason, spoons just can't get it. You've tried it before. All right. One more egg white, and then we're going to beat them. And you beat it into a very, very thick frost. And then usually you pour sugar in there, but sugar that's been cooked to a certain temperature, so it's kind of candy-like, and then makes Italian meringue, which is what I thought macaroons were, but the recipes I'm reading, okay, this one's going to come out good. First of all, it's not a cracky. Oh, good. Oh, I'm going to do it right this time. Look. See, the shell is the same size. You got to try to get the same size. And then you pass the yolk back and forth and get out as much as you can. And I sometimes overdo it because there's still yolk left that I want to keep getting. And that's when you mess up. Don't get greedy. When you got a lot of yolk out, just see there's a little piece of yolk left. But when you go too much, that's when you lose it. So, all right, there's just that tiny piece. Can't get it. Okay, I'll give up. I don't want to risk. Okay, there we go. Yes, mommy.
Cuando te desocupes, ahora vení porque yo te quiero preguntar una cosa de lo que yo tengo acá de la maquinita.
Okay. All right. I closed it because of the smell.
Sí.
Okay.
Tienes razón. El pichicho.
Creo que está con vos.
Sí, pero ahora salió.
Bueno, yo lo vigilo.
Ok. Ponelo adentro después.
Okay.
¿Quieres
Sí,
venir ahora? ¿Quieres
ir con la abuelita?
¿Quieres venir con la abuela?
No. I'll let her go back in.
Bueno, y cerrar la puerta para que no.
Okay.
Hola.
¿Quiere venir conmigo? She's not doing so great today. She's kind of tipsy.
Sí.
Oh my God, tiene la camucha.
Chiquitita, mi amor.
Okay. All right. Oh. Okay, let me wash my hands. I was holding the dog, so. But I get soap in the egg whites. So, oh, hello. I'm going to check the chat in a second. Sorry, it's not my business. She thinks he's... Yeah, was that on mute? I guess you heard. Yeah, he's not. He likes to walk, and she walks too, but she can't walk as much as he can. But I told her, they have a cell phone, and I got the Google Chase on it, or whatever you call it. So I told him, next time he goes for a walk, have him take the phone. He's probably just out there. He likes to get out, He goes to the supermarket. Let me see if he's got the car. He's not, So, but yeah, it's, they raised me. And on top of that, I've got two old parents. I've got a disabled dog that some days she's better than others. Now, I chose the disabled dog, and I love her. It's kind of cute how she is disabled. You saw how she tumbles sometimes. It's, I give her the medicine, but some days she's better than others. Like yesterday and today, she's just been more floppy than usual. So she's down here now. Did you fall down again, baby girl? So I adopted her. Now I have no idea. She was sick when I adopted her with hydrocephalus. And you can use an egg beat, and you can use one of those whisks, but I use a fork, and it's actually going to be very noisy because I want to beat it into a very thick meringue, and that takes a while. I wonder if I've got the electric. I don't have an electric beater. We've got this. I wonder if this thing would work. Of course, no, it's going to get too big because this doesn't look like a lot of eggs, but this is very small. Ideally, but we don't have it. Those hand beaters, it's much quicker. But I'm doing everything manually. So anyway, no rush. I'm just, I'll be on here while I'm doing this. I'm gonna turn this off. It's preheated. It's gonna be on forever. What's the matter, baby girl? You keep falling down. I'm stopping it. I'll just heat it up when I'm ready to stick it in. What's the matter, baby girl? Yes, honey.
Sí, te quiero decir una cosa.
Okay, 1 second.
Sí.
Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, you can come, but the camera's on because I'm filming myself. No, but that's okay. I'm doing the recipe while I'm filming. But no, you're not. It's okay. Okay. ¿Vas a llevar un tiempo? Okay.
No, creo que no me apuro, pero te quiero preguntar una cosa.
Okay. Yeah, some days she's more nervous than others. She's losing her memory, and you just have to accept it. I watched other older people pass on that were close to me but weren't my parents. So I'm kind of prepared, It's part of life. So, but yeah, I'm not working, and it's kind of hard because my mother wants to travel soon, so she can't go alone. So if I get a real job, at an office, with benefits, all that, I'd have to quit in a few months because I'd have to go with her. I mean, my brother could go maybe, but I'm going to try to hurry that trip up. It's hot down there in Argentina. We want to go to Argentina. Yeah, I wish I had one of those hand beaters, but that's good. It gets my nervous energy out. So. Oh, good. Make you hungry. I've never made macaroons before, but I've eaten them before. And that's why I'm surprised it's not Italian meringue. I'm almost tempted to make Italian meringue. It's a little more complicated. Ooh, mine's getting tired. When I was younger, I used to whip this stuff out, the egg whites quick. But man, we don't have one of those hand beaters. You got to beat it for like a zillion hours till it gets very, very stiff. Meringue, some of you may know. Hand mixer. I need one of those. It's just like we buy it and we never use it. And then the one we never bake. When I did the coconut, and I got the whole coconut, when I said it'd be cool, what do you the coconut just like that, it doesn't taste very good. You want to do something with it. So I said, I'll make coconut macaroons, which I love. I buy them all, all the time when I'm getting that craving for sweets, candy, or I get macaroons. They're so yummy. Yeah, so I'm almost tempted to try that. That thing is really for chopping onions, but my hand is getting tired. I'm going to try that thing. I'll put in half of the eggs, because the problem is it's going to get too, the eggs like triple or quadruple in size. I think you're my father coming. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm afraid you're going to come in and say something goofy, And I put the mute on, but apparently you guys can still hear even when I've got it muted. You hear it less, but so, okay. Hello, Lunar. I always mess up on the egg yolks. Yeah, right. So let's try this thing. I turned the oven off because on top of that it's hot. We don't have the air on because it's winter and it's not that hot outside. So I'm going to put half of them in and see what happens. Okay, we'll try that first. I mean, you can do it by hand, trust me. When I was young and had more energy, like more oomph, I did it a couple of times. I made a Easter cake once with Italian meringue on the outside. My mother helped me. I was a little girl. But yeah, I was beating that thing. Okay, let's try this. The problem is it's a slicer. It's not a... So the knife of because it's really for chopping up onions and stuff. Yes, it's gonna mess it up because the knife is cutting into it and you gotta beat it, not knife it. But let's try. I've already started, so. Nah, it's messing it up. It's cutting it up. It's not gonna work. There's that better lighting. It's getting, the sun's out, but we've got palm trees growing up in front of all the windows. So one more. Yeah, no, I can tell it's messed up. So that's one more thing to wash. I like to try to keep the kitchen neat, but let's see if I can salvage it. And that's the problem. You beat it up, and then if you mess it up, you can't salvage it really. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna do it over the sink so I don't. So anyway, so this is gonna be a while. I'm almost tempted to run out and buy them. You know what? It's not in the recipe to beat them up like this. So worst case scenario, I'll just beat them a little more and I'll just give up, you know. Yeah, it looks like it's getting there. I'll just let it go. I think it's got to be like 15, 20 minutes. So you guys ask questions while I'm doing this. I'm putting it on here because I'm getting tired. I mean, realistically, who would my father be cheating with her on? I mean, a neighbor, he's walking. I don't know. Tomorrow I'm going to make him take the cell phone. You know what I'm going to do? They want to start taking the dog. So, but she can't walk, obviously. And she's kind of heavy to walk the whole. She's only 6 pounds, but they find her heavy. My father tried to take her. He'd get her a little stroller or a wagon. And I'll make sure she has the phone on her. And I'll say, oh, Daddy, I'm just putting this bag of things in case, you know, whatever. And I'll put the bag in there with the cell phone. And I'll Google follow him. To prove that he's not doing anything. She's a little insecure. She's getting older. We're all gonna get there someday. 3. Oh, and 1 like already. Thank you, whoever liked me. I was gonna do this on the scramble, on the other channel, ASMR, because I really could start making money that way, but you know, I don't want to put out crappy, and people are always asking me, mainly the reading, the magazines, you know, soft-spoken magazine reading, and gum snapping, and I keep going on there with other stuff. So people are just going to start unsubscribing. I'm going to say, look, we request these things and she never does them. Or up talking close to the mic, like very soft-spoken, talking to the mic. Perhaps if I get any ASMR that's the other thing. I do these lives and they're like 2-3 hours long. I don't feel like watching them again. You know, because then I should go through and well, that's a job. If I'm going to get paid for it, you know, if I get money out of it, I guess I should do it. You know, I got to listen to the whole thing again and pick out the ASMR parts and edit it. And, which, you know, I used to love editing when I was first learning. But now I know how to do it and it's boring, you know. And it's just annoying to do. What are you going to fill the Oh, I don't know. I was just going to make solid macaroons. I've seen some macaroons with chocolate, like dipped in chocolate after they're done. But we don't. Oh, you know what? We have some Hershey's chips, I think. Just one. We got a few, like half a bag. Because my parents like to nibble on those after lunch, like a dessert. They just serve themselves a few chips. So, it's you know, getting there. Can you guys see it? Oh, let me move this down. See, it's getting, I want to hold it this way. I'm going to focus on this for a bit. I wonder if this is ASMR. And you got to be careful because you could mess it up and cut it. And then it turns into water and foam. But if it doesn't work out, I'll still do it. I'm going to try to get the meringue out of it first. It's actually not as much as I thought it was. 4 eggs. I thought it was going to be larger. It's not that much, actually, which is fine. I don't want it to be that much. I'm going to move the thing that way. I'm going to move the computer that way. So you can actually see the bowl because I'm holding it. I have to use my right hands. But I'm not in the house often because it's my parents' house and I can't be, in the way. I think I'm getting there. Wouldn't mind putting the air conditioning on, but my parents get cold too. That's the other thing. Elderly people feel cold easier than, well, not that I'm young, but than younger people. And I sometimes used to too. Now I don't feel cold like I used to. Oh, it is? Maybe I should do soft spoken. Let me bring the microphone closer. Maybe I should do soft spoken egg beating. This is the experimentation channel. If this is relaxing and maybe is ASMR. Oh, Daddy, I'm filming. I'm filming a tutorial. Don't get in the way. I don't know if he can hear me. He was gonna say something goofy. Mommy, go say hi to Mommy. Go say hi to Mommy. Oh, he's deaf. But when you lower your voice, he hears better. It's sort of like he can't hear certain pitches. That's why you'll see me talk. Let me go, but I don't think he heard me. Let me go tell him to say hi to my mother so she stops. Daddy. Mommy was wondering where you were. Daddy. I'm going to let her know she's here. Oh, Daddy is here. Daddy is just outside of my room. You want to listen? Oh, sweetie pie. Oh, hi, baby girl. Okay. Okay. She wants him. She's got a little like something on her back that itches. I'm afraid she got bitten by a spider or something. But we'll have a look at it. He's a doctor, but he's retired. But he's not a dermatologist. She may have to go see. It is kind of relaxing. And it's getting easier to beat. Maybe my hand is getting used to it. Oh, see? It's getting nice and thick. What is that? I hate that antivirus ad keeps popping up. I think I'm going to do... See, but I do it once and then I don't want to do it again. I think I can do an egg beating soft spoken. But if I do that, I'm going to have to also upload one that was requested at the same time so that people will be like, oh, bummer, she uploaded. Oh, well, good, now she uploaded. So people aren't frustrated. Papa. Tell him about my mom. Papa, mamá tiene eso en la espalda todavía. The sores. Come on, come on. The sores on her back. Where's Daddy? You got a sore back? What was the cream you put on this? What was the cream on your back? What was the cream you put on yesterday? The cream. he has a cream, but I didn't want to put the cream on her. It's like it's medicine because I didn't remember which one it was. We've got several tubes and I don't want to put the wrong one on. So I have class. Okay, bye. See you later. Yeah, I guess people will come and go. You all have lives. So you go and then maybe other people will come in and I'll be in the middle of the... This could get kind of long, actually. Especially since I want to do this Italian meringue. Well, you know, the Italian meringue, I got to heat up the sugar till it gets to a certain consistency and then pour it in, fold it in. And that's when I thought I'd fold in the macaroons. You know, it takes longer, but I have a feeling it'll come out better. It's still not, it has to form peaks. It's getting there though. It's got to form like little mountains. It's getting there. It's not quite there yet, but, and I might have messed it up by putting it in that beater in the food processor. But with a hand mixer, this would be done. This would have been done like 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. It takes like 5 minutes with the hand beater. You got to go as fast as you can. I hope I didn't mess it up with that food processor. It's getting there. I could start heating up the sugar. It's like how you make candy. You heat up the sugar to a certain temperature and it turns into kind of crack, you know, soft crack stage, soft ball stage. It's interesting. You can look it up on how to make candy. I learned all this stuff when I was little, when we were in school. Plus, I took a chef's class once. I thought I wanted to be a chef at one time. I did okay. I failed presentation. I did well on all the baking and the cooking and all that, but presentation, you know, at a restaurant, you have to make the plates pretty for the... And I just was always, they always looked like a mess, or the food would come out looking ugly, but it would taste good. Oops, it's pouring out. Oh, I'm getting too tired. Oh, you know what? It's kind of, I think it's ready. Let me try a little more, a little longer, but I think it's pretty much done. But I'm gonna start heating up the sugar. They taught us keep the kitchen neat when you're working. Put everything in. That's also what takes long. In the restaurant, you have the sous chef and the assistants and all that. You got a whole bunch of helpers. Yeah, that's going to be too much coconut. I'm just going to give it. All right, I'm going to start doing the sugar while I keep eating this. So, the sugar, put the brown sugar in, and I'll put, I'm not measuring. You know, with baking, you really need to measure. Well, it's not like cooking regular, you know, cooking dinner or whatever, where you kind of do stuff for taste. With baking, it's almost chemistry, you know, it's chemistry. And this is brown sugar, not much left. That might be enough, actually. I'll pour a teeny bit of corn syrup that I really don't even need it. Put just enough water to just get it kind of wet. Should I use pure water? Just a little water, just to... If you put too much water, it's no tragedy. It'll just take longer because you want the sugar to cook evenly. Oh, you can't really see it. Let me try it this way. Oh, can you see it? There we go. Oh, I spilled it. I'm making macaroons, Daddy. He can't hear me. And I'll just pour in that while that's... And then once it's boiling, you got to watch it. Syrup, just for, I don't know why. All right. All right, so I'm putting this, you know, kind of like that. I could have even stood putting less water. but because now it's going to take longer. But then the water evaporates and it's just the sugar, and then you got to quick. So I'm putting it on there. Maybe I can move you guys closer. My baby girl, she's walking over. Yes? What? What? Oh. She hurts. Okay, it's not. Oh, she hears the dog barking in front. Okay, yeah, I'll move you guys over here now. Yeah, then I could edit this. If it comes out okay, I'll edit this into a tutorial, and you'll see, like all these bloopers, all these mistakes, they won't be in there, and I'll look like the expert. That's the nice thing about editing. And that's what, these tutorials usually, all this stuff in the middle you don't see. But the camera on this computer isn't bad. I kind of like it if you have enough lighting. Okay, there. Let's turn that on. Okay. Are you seeing it there? All right. The right rear. Okay, so I put it on high. Now you got to get ice water. Let me get some ice water. Well, that's getting ready. Because I'll show you why. Be careful.
Tarjeta de seguro. Tomale de vino. Para tu madre la tarjeta, así que tienes que hablaste por la tarjeta.
Ah, que pidió que
Se
no
pidió que
vino.
lo mandaron. La de tu madre vino. A mí todavía no vino.
Bueno, vamos a llamar.
Un par de días más que no vino, vamos a tener que hablar.
Okay, well, at least she got hers. Okay.
El número que está we didn't receive it yet.
All right. Are you guys what are making sugar?
Okay.
I can't get the. Okay, because the thing is, let me get a spoon.
Estás en macarons?
See, I'm making Italian meringue. Okay, I'm filming, Daddy. Okay. Don't talk too much. You can talk, but don't talk really loud. And don't say silly things because it's all on tape. He didn't hear a word I said anyhow. So first it has to come to a boil, and then it goes through stages. So the beginning it becomes syrup, and as it keeps cooking, it becomes kind of like jujubes when you cool it off. And then it keeps cooking, hotter and hotter. I don't have a candy thermometer, so I kind of test it with mine. You got to be quick because you put your fingers in the ice. You could also use the spoon, but they taught us in school, you keep your fingers in the ice because, of course, you don't want to burn them. Then you dip your fingers and grab a bit and put it right back in the ice. But you got to be quick because you don't want to, you could burn yourself. And then, once it's out of the ice, you feel the texture of it. And you could say, oh, it's still syrupy. It'll kind of, probably won't even get on your hands. It'll just end up in the water. And then it's boiling. Okay, let me put it down lower. Because we want it to just be simmering a little. You don't want it to burn. You keep going, it burns. And then forget it. You got to throw it out. But after the I call it jujube stage, but it's actually called the softball stage, where it's very kind of soft candy. Then the hardball stage, it's harder. It's squishier. It's squishy, but harder to squish. Then it becomes soft crack. And then it becomes hard crack stage, which is like hard candy. Once it's cool. That's how they make hard candies. And then past that, it just burns and it's all black and you smoke. And so you got to really watch it. And the stages, once it gets to that first stage, it gets to them quickly. The temperature rises quickly. It's interesting, if you want to try it. It's very dangerous. I mean, make sure you're grown up and have your ice water, and you don't have to stick your fingers in it. You could use the spoon. And I think I'm going to use the spoon just to be safer. Now, first of all, I should not be using a metal spoon on a nonstick metal pan, but okay, it's boiling. I guess you guys, I want the spoon to, you can't see it, can you? Can you see it now? Here, you can. Oh, it's getting too much. Okay, see how it's boiling up to the top. Ow, I got some on my. All right, it wasn't too bad. Let me lower it. Here, you see it boiling? It might be ready to start. I haven't cooked in a long time. It's kind of fun, but see, it's boiling. If I stop mixing it, it's going to overflow. I think I'm about ready to start. Let me put the vent on now. That scraping, I should not be using a metal spoon, but I don't want it to stick to the bottom. I really should be using a wooden spoon, or a spatula, something. Not a spatula will melt. But the wooden spoon, you know, I don't know why I don't want to use it. You even have one? Oh, well, there's a. Right, let me just try it. Ouch! Touch the. It's okay, sweetie. Mommy's okay. All right. Oh, it's candy stage already. You know what? I think it's already ready. Hang on. I don't want to. Not quite yet. But it goes fast. You know, I want it to get to the kind of the soft ball, in between the softball stage and the hardball stage. Can you guys hear me? I got that vent on. All right, hang on. I think it might be ready. It's kind of syrup right now. It's sticking to the spoon. It's a syrup. It's not quite. I could put it on higher, but I'm afraid. I'm kind of scared. Okay. All right. Brown sugar is going to make those macaroons very brown. All right. I'm going to put it on really high. I'm putting it on a higher heat now. It's bubbling up. You'll see it coming. It's bubbling up, bubbling up. Ooh. If I keep going, it's going to go overboard. See it coming up higher, 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 higher. Ah! I'll stop it. If I mix it, it does it. But otherwise, I got to lower the heat. Okay, I'm going to try again. Oh, I smell burning. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I should use my fingers, but no, not quite yet. Unless I'm messing up. It's syrup. It's syrupy, but no, it's starting to snap. No, you know what? It's getting stuck on the bottom. Still not quite. I put the heat up so it would go faster, but it's more. Not yet. Ow, ow. Not quite yet. It's taking so long. Tastes good. My fingers are freezing. I'm scared to stick it in. I mean, they taught us in school, you got to be really fast. Your hand is freezing. You stick it in the candy and put it back, but I didn't quite do it. I got too chicken. A true chef would do it. Be careful, Daddy. I think it's turning into. Not yet. It's taking so long. I think because I don't have it on high heat because I'm afraid it's going to burn. But no, it's kind of getting there. See? Now it's kind of but now it's going to go fast. You kind of see how it's, you can't see. It's kind of forming strings now. See? I hope you can see. I don't want to mess up the computer. Wait. It's probably ready now. You kind of have to waste some of it. But it's getting there. Now it's turning into, kind of looks like I guess I could put the cold spoon. Oh, it's getting there. It's in the softball stage. Let me get it closer. If I'm not careful, see, it's forming a little. Oh, there's no light. You can't see. Wait, I better hurry up. I think it's pretty much done. Yeah, it's the softball stage. I'm scared to pat. I'm scared. See how it's formed a little candy? That's sort of like a soft jujube. But I better, and the pastry chefs involved. I'm gonna. I just want it to be a little crackly, but I'm chickening off. I'm gonna turn it off. I turned it off, but it's still on the hot plate, so I'm still gonna. But I think yeah, that's candy. Look, can you see? It's kind of mushy. It's turned into a candy. Okay. All right. So we don't quite want that to cool yet. I'm gonna leave it there. Now, I'll take it off. All right. I'm gonna move you guys back over there. Oh, I got sugar on the. Oh no, that's water. Thank goodness. Okay. It's a little risky there, but. So that's how you make candy. And if you keep going, it gets harder. So you can make hard candies, and eventually it burns. So be careful. But, look it up on the internet. If you're. I almost threw the. Okay, and then while it's still hot, another danger, because the Italian meringue, it could mess up the egg whites. So I'm going to beat them up again a little, get them ready. Shoot. It's awkward here. Oh, let me turn that off. I hope you guys were able to hear me with that vent. All right. You guys still there? One person? Oh, I'm boring you all. Okay. This is how I make homemade sugar wax. Exactly. From Twitch. Hi, Lunar. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, that's how you make sugar wax. The same thing. Oh, I'm filming with my friends. We're making cookies. Papa, ahora salió para allá. Está ahí. Oh well. Yeah, that's how you make it. Sugar wax is basically the same. So, meanwhile, these kind of settled. Oh, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be too great, but worth a try. So is that you, Lunar, there? Yeah, I remember you from Twitch. I like Twitch better as far as the software, for switching to the screen and switching that. I had that over here for a while and I can't do it anymore. And I was dual streaming for a while. But kind of since I started on YouTube, I kind of felt like I should make that my priority. But I have been wanting to go back to Twitch. Yeah, I'm talking to my friends, Mommy. She doesn't know all this modern stuff. She wants to talk to her cousin, and I'm trying to show her how to use WhatsApp. She's kind of resistant. She's used to getting the phone card and, because to call directly is very expensive. Call down there in Argentina. So, all right, so I'm going to try to merge the two. Lo vamos a arreglar. I don't think this is gonna work, guys. I didn't do it as well as. Nah, it's a mess. It's a mess. Let me find a spatula. It's messed up, but I think I can still make the. It's actually. What? Yes, my doll. Yes, my doll. Okay, I better hurry up because my parents are finished with their naps and they're walking around. Good. Anyway, that's how you make Italian meringue if you do it right. If you do it right, you can pipe it like a icing almost, but this is not quite. That's okay. I can still. I'll put a little vanilla. I'll put the, and then I'll make the. All right. I gotta clean the kitchen. Let me put this away. Oh, that sugar's stuck on my teeth. I'm not happy at all with this. Okay, well, it's an invention. I'll put a little of this in there. Oh, that sugar is stuck to my tubes. All right, and then I'll just put in, oh, I gotta set this on bake 350. Start preheating that. Yeah, this is, oh, and the sugar's all stuck on the bottom. Well, we gotta get to it. I just want to taste it. Although it's raw eggs, but I wonder if using brown sugar wasn't smart. No, tastes okay. All right. I'm just pouring in. I'm going to get to a certain texture. What else did I have to put in? Oh, there's a big chunk of coconut. There. Here it goes. And then basically you're supposed to make little balls and bake it. Let's see. I put coconut, sugar, egg whites. That was basically it. Vanilla. Most of the recipes were like that. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too, it's kind of like a batter. It's kosher. It's not vegan because it's got eggs, but it's vegetarian. All right. So now I'll spoon little spoons onto a cookie pan and put it in the oven. Imagine I opened these 2 coconuts. Now I'm actually making something. All right, let me wipe up the kitchen a little. Probably needs more sugar. Well, you know what? At the end, we can put sugar on top, like confection sugar. Okay. Okay, I'm getting ready to put it in the oven. I don't know if you're supposed to grease the pans. I'll do it over here. So I'll just get a big spoon. I probably should put a little bit of cooking oil. Just a dab so it doesn't stick, I'm guessing. Just a little. Because it is eggs after all. All right. And then I'll do those 2 pans. Okay. And then we do. All right. I'm just putting a little, I'll show it to you in a minute. There's all that egg on the bottom. I'm going to try to get the liquid out and leave it at the bottom. Here. I guess I'll put 6 here. They don't rise or anything, so basically they might come out more like cookies rather than macaroons. We'll see. I'll once I put them in the oven, I'll turn this off and come back with the final result. Look, I only put 5 in there. All right. Oh, they're sliding around. Well, anyway, that's what I'm going to do with the other ones. Oh, the egg is like coming out. Oh, well. There. Let me do a few here. I didn't go quick, so they're. I didn't put this. All right, we'll see the difference if we needed oil. It's very liquidy. There. I'm making kind of big ones. I probably don't need this much room because they don't grow or rise. But the nice macaroons you buy at the store, they have a nice shape. I'm gonna try to get it all in one here. Here. Put that there. And I'll leave all this liquidy stuff. There's about 1 more here. And then, okay, guys, so for now, I'm gonna go. All right. I'm gonna go for now. All right, and I'll be back. Sounds good. I don't know if you remember from Twitch. Sounds good. Yeah. Sugar Wax. I read. Understandable. I actually found you on YouTube, so it makes sense. Yeah. The best part about baking is the improvisation. Yeah. So I improvised based on recipes that I looked at. So yeah, but I do want to get on Twitch. I'm thinking about doing something like a little karaoke thing, and I would do that on Twitch probably. But if I do it, I always have these ideas. But okay, I better go. Okay, see you guys soon. I'll let you know how they came out. Maybe I'll come on tonight a little bit. Bye. Thanks for coming.